National shutdown 20 March. We don't apply for nothing. We can't apply for that which is given to us by the Constitution. It is our constitutional right to protest, and we shall protest on the 20th of March.
So, Julius Malema just called for the national shutdown on March 20th of this year. What does that mean? Yesterday, the Commander-in-Chief of EFF, Julius Malema, held a press conference where he was addressing the media. And he managed to talk about a lot of things. Yes, guys, Malema did spoke about quite a lot of things. But in this video, we just want to focus a little bit more about this so-called national shutdown. What does that really mean? Because we get now to see the confusion among people. Some they'll be like, okay, no, it is kind of like a strike. Some of them like, no, it is a protest. Some they're like, no, it is a peaceful march. What does national shutdown really mean? So we're going to discuss that in this video. Because yesterday, when Malema was talking, he even go far when they had to ask me a question to know if they are going to apply to the police. Because we all know that if you are organizing a march, a strike or whatsoever, you need to apply to the police, and the police will give you an approval so that they'll be able to accompany you. But Malema, he was very harsh in his word to say that they won't apply anything, and he even invite the government or the state to come with their power if they want to use the power, and they'll find also a brutal power toward them. So what does that all mean? Because we get now to see some people, they're like, okay, Malema, he wants to confuse people. Malema, he wants some people to have serious problem or to get arrested on that day. So we're going to tell you exactly, was Malema right on this or not, as we always do time to time for those who always watch us. So guys, before I get to tell you what we think about this call of national shutdown and give you our analytics, I'm going to do two things, okay? I'm going to play a video of Malema himself talking, so that you, just to refresh your mind about what Malema had said yesterday, okay? And then, as you are watching this video, I want you to remain with these questions in your mind. Then we'll come back and try to discuss more about it. The first question is, are you going to participate in this national shutdown, yes or not? Will you be staying home? Are you going to be going at work, at school, or your usual activities? Well, we would like to get your point of view on that one. And if you feel like you are going to be home, give us your reasons. If you feel like you are going to participate in this national shutdown protest, give us also your reasons. Secondly, why Malema have to organize or call for this national shutdown right now after all this time? That is a question I would like also to give you my point of view on it. Yes, because this national shutdown, Malema spoke about it since last year. Last year, it's supposed to take place. But why did not do it last year and they prefer to do it this year in 2023? As we are very close to the national, the 2024 national general election. So that's another question. Another question I'm leaving it to you guys is to know why Malema with the EFF, they did not associate other political parties such as the DA and these other oppositions which they've been complaining, because obviously all of them, if you go on their site, they'll tell you that they're complaining about the same thing. But why they can't just join their power together and call for a full national shutdown? Because as we get to see here, it is only EFF calling for the national shutdown. There is no civil society, there is no human rights, what, those big organizations, as you get to know them. COP, they're not in. So why it is only EFF have to call for national shutdown on their own? We're going to find out again after we watch this video.
National shutdown 20 March, we don't apply for nothing. We can't apply for that which is given to us by the Constitution. It is our constitutional right to protest, and we shall protest on the 20th of March. Like Sharpeville, we're not scared of the state power. Let the state come with its power, will come with the mass power. So everything is going to come to a standstill. We don't want to see a single truck moving. We don't want to see a single train moving. We don't want to see a single bus moving unless it's taking people to the picket lines. The trucks and the trains, more in particular, Richards Bay. Those ones who are taking our minerals out of our country through Richards Bay. On the 20th, if you know what is good for you, park your trucks in your depots. The unrest of Zuma is going to look like a Mickey Mouse. Musina, there will be nothing that is moving. From Musina to Cape Town, nothing will move except ambulances and hospitals, doctors and nurses and police, only emergency services. And emergency services include you who's asking about people's rights. You will be covering nicely the protest of the EFF on that day. We are unstoppable. South Africa has been waiting for too long. We are mobilizing every corner of our country. Ramaphosa must step down with immediate effect. And our electricity must be returned.
All right. Now that you have watched the video, I believe you have now a clear idea on what EFF President Julius Malema had said in his press conference yesterday. And as I said, he spoke about quite a lot of things, but us, we just want to focus on this part of national shutdown. We want to be in the same page to understand what does it really mean. So guys, first of all, when you get to listen to his message, in his words, he tried to explain a little bit about what is this national shutdown mean. But us will try to go even more deeper about it. First of all, guys, national shutdown is not something that you can compare it to the strike or protest or peaceful march. National shutdown, it is something that need quietness in all sector. National shutdown, it is something that each and every door of an office on that day is not going to be open. All activities are down. They want to be school, they want to be trucks on the road, they want to be taxis, they want to be municipality that will function. So all the activities that, actually, all the activities that will be down because national shutdown, it is compared such to the lockdown that Mr. President was announcing during the COVID-19 activities. Yes. So on that day, as you go into bed before that day, you know already that if I usually wake up at 5 o'clock to go out or start preparing to go to work, I can sleep until late because national shutdown is not even like Sundays or weekends where you can get to sleep and wake up late knowing that you will have to go to church or you go to other activities. There won't be mall that will open, nothing. You can prefer to sit somewhere, chill, have drink with your friends, looking at what is happening. But all the official state activities on that date will be down. That is what national shutdown means. Now, what does this national shutdown mean to the government? Because it is very important to get to understand. National shutdown means to the government the loss of money. Because there won't be tax which will be paid. There won't be anything. The government, remember, government earn money per day, per second, per minute, per hours. So, if it happened that the EFF succeed with this national shutdown, which means all the activities of the government will be closed, will be down. The government, they won't benefit on that day. And here we're not talking about 1 rand that the government lost or 100. Here we're talking about billions of rands that will be lost on that day. And that is something that any ruling government, they don't accept. Now, here, Julius Malema was asked a question by a journalist that you saying this, you are announcing this already. Have you applied to the police? Have you talked with the government, letting them know that on this day this will be happening? And what was their answer? Well, in return, the commander-in-chief of EFF, he was very harsh to remind the journalists that it is within the right of people of South Africa.
National shutdown 20 March. We don't apply for nothing. We can't apply for that which is given to us by the Constitution. It is our constitutional right to protest, and we shall protest on the 20th of March.
So, obviously you get to see that Malema is going to apply what it is within their rights as any other individuals. That's why they give you the chance for you to participate or not. But the question now is to know, why now? This national shutdown, it was announced since last year. Why talking about it now? I'll tell you why. What I have come to understand according to my analytics, the EFF with the leadership, they kind of like understand how to play the game. Normally, they supposed to associate other political party, other movements, other association, because this is something that concerns everyone. But they did not want to do so for the following reason. If you look, DA and EFF, they don't get along. They can get along today for 3 hours. In the next hours, they are two-way separate. Now, they've been trying to play this game, as I said in our yesterday video, that DA, they don't like EFF because they can see that EFF, they are coming in their numbers. And in the near future, DA might end up to turn to be EFF, and the EFF might end up turning to be DA in the parliament, of course, because the EFF, they are growing. Like, guys, trust me, they are growing in their numbers. So DA, they have this pride of saying that us, we are the one who've been there as a opposition party. So you don't have nothing to do. You don't have nothing to say to us. If you want us to work with you, you have to follow what to us we proclaim. So you have to follow our conditions. On the other side, the EFF, they're like, no, look, you might be old in opposition, but you failed so far. So give us also a chance to do what we can do, because we believe we can do better. You get it? So now, for that reason, they never get along. And that is the reason why you guys get to say, DA, after they had some rumors of EFF planning to announce the national shutdown, DA, they went on in March. All of them, they're marching about the same purpose, but I'll develop it more very soon. Just give me a second to finish up what I'm trying to say here. So, DA, they went and do their march at Luthuli House, which the EFF criticized and condemned, saying that the right place to march, it is not at Luthuli House. Instead, it's supposed to be at ESCOM. They have their own reasons. You get to see the lead of the EDA, how he came and explained why they have to go and march only at Luthuli House. Okay, fine. Now, this march, they did not also associate other political parties. You know why? Because they want to demonstrate their power, how strong they are. Now, EFF, they feel like it is also their right time for them to demonstrate the power. Actually, according to me, I'll tell you that they're not gonna fail. I'll tell you why. The EFF, they use their mind. They play this technique that which work good for them in their advantage. Last year, EFF, they were more focused on building or doing the campaign of 1 million members. 1 million members. 1 million members. Keep that in mind. Because 1 million members is not just like any other number. Take 1 million members, put them on the streets, then you'll see what will happen on that day. Yes, because we are not talking about 1,000 people or 10,000 people or 100,000. No, we're talking about 1 million members who have signed, they have the card of the EFF. That it is excluding other people, individuals, out of their own willingness who would like to participate in that national shutdown. So the EFF, they were more focused on that, and at the same time, they were busy building the political party. Do you guys still remember what was the message of EFF leader Julius Malema last year as he was trying to attend the different national assembly of the EFF? He keep on saying that you win election a year before the general election. So they've been preparing all this knowing that 2023, it will be a year of actions. And one of those actions, they're going to prove it in 28th of March. So they had first to win those people. Because the moment they're having this 1 million people, they can, that's why you could even see Julius Malema speaking more relaxed, because he knows that even you, from DA, from ANC, from other political party, or any independent individuals, if you don't want to go and march on that day, then he knows that he has his back. Those 1 million members, they'll be on the streets. And that 1 million members, not even the police, if the police have to be brutal with them, they're not going to succeed. Because how many police do we have? Less than 10,000, unless maybe they have applied the new recruit police that they had recruited recently. Now, 1 million, if 50,000 comes from this corner, 100 comes from that corner, do you think that this national shutdown, it won't be succeed? Obviously, they knew what they were doing. So they had to prepare. And that is the reason why they decide to come and announce this national shutdown for this year of 2023. Now, the question is, will this bring any change? Because when you listen to Julius Malema himself, he said that the reason why he's calling the national shutdown is because Ramaphosa need to step down, because there's already a lot of allegations against him and they were expecting him to resign, but he did not do so. So therefore, he have to step down. And secondly, the load shedding have to stop also same time. We get to see the DA who went and marched to Lutuli House. Myself, I did not like that thing. I had told them before that, no, guys, going there actually are even going to make things worse. For those who always watch my video, will tell you. And that happened the following day. You march today. Tomorrow, instead of them even reducing the load shedding, they end up making it even more worse. That is a sign of telling you that we do not obey or listen to what you're crying, you've been crying. So now the question is, after this national shutdown, will this exist? I mean, will this change anything? Well, when you listen to the EFF president himself, he repeated again, saying that there will be new measurement that will be taken there. If it happened that Ramaphosa did not resign, load shedding did not finish, there will be some new measurement which will be announced again. And since I was watching them more closely from last year, I heard Malema saying that 2023, it will be a year of actions. So this is the first step. which means we should expect for the second one. At least now you understand this national shutdown, what does it really mean, and what is it all about, what is it going to change, how is it going to work, and what will be the procedure. Now you have at least a clear idea about it. So do me a favor before you leave this video, give me your thumbs up. I will really do appreciate. Comment down below, tell us also what you think about what we just discussed, and what Julius Malema had said as well. Are you going to participate in this national shutdown or not? Feel free to also tell us, so we'll have look on it. But for now, continue to be yourself, be good, be kind, have respect for everyone in order for you to be respected. May God bless you all. I'll see you again very soon. Sharp, sharp.